I read a quote the other day that stuck with me for a while. Just remember, the longer you stay on the wrong train, the more expensive it gets to get all the way back. And why did the quote stay with me? Because it can say so much about our lives. And talking about it being expensive to go all the way back, it's not just money, it's also our time, our energy, anything we invest. Hi, my name is Mimi. I'm a certified life coach helping young adults finding their purpose, taking aligned action and staying consistent with that. And today we are diving deeper into the entire field of clarity and fear of decisions. So if you've been stuck in between decisions or you're more so waiting for a sign to hit you to finally make a change, I'm sure this video can help you. Because chances are, it's not that you don't know how to decide, it is that you're scared of making a decision. Let's talk about the 3 signs you are not lacking clarity, you are scared of the moment to decide. Sign number 1 is you keep over-researching something, you keep asking others for advice, or you keep telling others you want to do something, but you're actually not doing it. And it might feel like the right thing, you're gathering information, you're playing with ideas, you're waiting for the right moment, staying open. But constantly seeking others' opinion can also mean one thing. You are avoiding your own opinion. Deep down you actually know what you want, but you're scared of taking ownership. Why? Because ownership comes with responsibility, and it comes with leaning into the uncontrollable. Quick coaching insight here, this is often the be perfect driver, that one that wants to keep everything under control. There's a part within you that wants guarantee, a promise that you are making the one right choice. But instead of asking others for their opinion or over-researching, try to tune into your intuition. Think of the time, and all of us have the situation where we followed a clear yes, where something just felt really right in our body, where we knew what to do. Think back of the situation. How did it feel in your body? And where in your body did you feel that clear yes? Now think of a situation where you had a clear no, where everything in you was screaming, no, we're not doing that, when your intuition actually told you not to do something. How did that feel like, and where in your body did you feel it? Comparing those two will help you making this decision to understand on which side your intuition is. Sign number 2. You think you need more time, but nothing ever changes. Sometimes we say, I need more time to think about this, let me give some time to process, and yes, you can absolutely sleep a night over a decision. But often, waiting for longer does not bring more clarity, because waiting does also not just serve answers. In fact, waiting for longer opens up the space to think about it for longer, which then promotes overthinking, keeping you stuck in that limbo, especially when the fear of making the wrong decision is louder than the desire to just move forward. Coaching insight, not making a decision is still making a decision. You're deciding not to decide. This often links to fear, regret, failure, emotions we're trying to avoid. And the decision not to decide can drain you over time. I have 2 questions for you can try here. Firstly, if I knew I couldn't fail, what would I be doing? What would you be doing if you knew you would not fail at all? Or even better, if I knew I would fail, but would learn something extremely important along the way, would it still be worth trying? If you knew that you were 30 failures away from having the success, how quickly would you want to fail? So take these questions and maybe journal about it and see what it reveals for you. In coaching, we use these questions to bypass fear, because it's completely normal that you have the emotion of fear within you when it comes to the unknown territory. But we can actually connect to the truth. And one empowering bonus question here would be, what's the worst thing that can happen? What do you think is the worst thing in this scenario that can happen for you? And is it actually that bad? Let me share something personal here. I very recently also made the realization that I like being stuck in decision mode because it's controllable. And I have a very big perfectionism driver within me. So there is a loud voice within me saying, be perfect, don't make mistakes. And as long as I just oversee all the decisions I could make, I'm not actioning them, I have them under control. But once I go in action, the control might slip away from me. However, this is where we grow and we want to bring something into the world. We want to live our purpose. We want to find our aligned action. So it's necessary to go and make the decision. So what helped me was being kind to myself and just asking, what kind of safety can I give myself within this decision frame to move forward with a bold action? And sign number 3, you're not lacking clarity, you are just afraid to decide, is that you feel drained and tired tired thinking about the decision. And the truth is, it's not the decision that is draining you, it is the avoidance. Because carrying that whole weight of not deciding is much heavier than going one step into any direction. Side note here. Even if you go a step into one direction, no one says you can't turn around and just take that step back. Think of my quote from the beginning. The longer you go down that direction, yes, the more expensive it gets to go back. But the longer you keep avoiding walking on the path you are right now, the more expensive it gets to get back to that crossroads where you're at right now, where you could actually make the decision you've been avoiding. And I would also like to mention here, the longer you stay in that avoidance mode, not making any decisions, the longer your nervous system gets affected by it. Your nervous system stays in low-level stress mode, foggy, uncertain, stressed, tired. That's not a lack of clarity, that is emotional fatigue. What helps here is coming back into your body. Ground yourself with some breath or movement, and then ask yourself, what is one small step that would actually help? So often we think we need to go full ahead with the entire decision, but reality is you're not actioning the entire life change within one day. It's small steps building up to that. And what is one of those small steps you can actually go today? Taking away the expectation of it being the perfect step. It's just one step, one momentum that wants to build up. So if you're ready to make a decision and you're done with that whole in-between decision fatigue, here are some things you can do to move forward. Mentioned earlier, ask yourself what is the worst case scenario that can happen. You can even structure that as an interview, someone interviewing you. So what is the worst thing that can happen if you go and, let's say, move places or start your own career, and then go into detail and write down exactly what can happen, what can go wrong, what are you afraid of. Let that person interviewing you also ask you, and what are you actually doing when it goes wrong? What's your reaction in response to that? What are some qualities you have proven in life that you bring with to solve the situation? Most of the time you will realize you can handle this. You will figure it out, you will learn along the way, you will pivot from it. This will ground you and it makes the fear smaller and puts the self-trust more into your center of attention. Secondly, we can reframe the decision. We act like every decision is permanently, but nothing is forever. In this life, nothing is forever. So you are always learned to redecide, to try something new, to change your mind. And actually, let me tell you, much less people care than you think. Much less people are watching what you're doing than you think. So it's okay to change your mind. And instead of asking yourself, is this the right one decision? Ask yourself, is this an honest and aligned next step? That's where momentum lives. Thirdly, coming back to your body's yes and no, we mentioned it earlier already. Tuning in with your intuition, because within your body, you most likely already know. We're using our intuition to decide what we want to do. We use the loud, noisy brain to decide when we're gonna do it. Wherever you are, unless you're driving, but I believe you're not driving when you're watching this, you can close your eyes and say option A out loud. Tune into your body and see which reactions you're getting. Then say option B out loud. And again, check in with your body, which reactions are you getting there? This is your nervous system wisdom speaking to you. This is the wisdom within you that you are holding every single day, all the time. I just want to focus here on the fact that your clarity lives within you. So I think what we can see from this video is that you are not lost, you are not stuck, you're not uncertain about your next step, you're just afraid to make a decision. You're most likely afraid of what's happening after. You want to stay in a comfort zone just a little longer. But the cost of staying in that comfort zone, not growing, and being stuck there is extremely high. Not only does it cost you many experiences you can make in this life, it also costs you energy, creativity, and the trust you could be building with yourself. So go out and choose. Not perfect, not forever, but honest and from within you. And if you want support untangling your fears and finding your next aligned step, I would love to guide you through that process. You can book a coaching session with me or join our community on Patreon. You will find all links below. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I know you've got this, and I will see you next Monday.